Hello, my name is Matthew, and this is the Book of Matthew. I apologize for not putting out a video for a while, ever since my last one where I'd done the unboxing. Um, I've been meaning to make this video since the first of the month, and this has kind of been a long time coming. And the reason being is it's a really divisive subject. But let's talk about Pride Month, shall we? We are in the midst of Pride Month because I think it's what, the 14th or 15th or whatever. Today, I don't remember. I'm getting to that age where I don't remember shit. So anyway, the first thing I would like to say is that there is nothing in this life. Now, this is obviously my opinion, but my opinion on this is that there is nothing in life that deserves to be celebrated for an entire month. Like nothing. I don't believe anything deserves an entire month. Look at it like this. Our birthdays are one day. Veterans Day is one day, although there is a month for in November. I think November is something about service members celebration month or something like that, which that shouldn't be a month. Let's see, Black History shouldn't be a month. If there was White History, it shouldn't be a month. Pride Month shouldn't be an entire month. Look, I'm a big fan of Slayer. If there was a real Slayer month, that shouldn't be celebrated for an entire month either. Now, I can get into specifics on the video on why I feel that there are certain things that don't need to be celebrated for an entire month. But for now, I'm going to stick to Pride Month. And there's already a Pride Day of Visibility. That's fine with me. And you know what? I consider myself somewhat of an ally. I don't care who's trans, or gay, or, because I have trans and gay and lesbian and bi friends and straight. I mean, I have them from literally all walks of life. I don't care what your sexual orientation is or anything like that. I really don't. It doesn't affect me. So, you do you. But Pride Month this year seemed to be really divisive for not only the LGBTQ community as a whole, but there are, the companies that used to change their logo to pride colors. They're not doing that this year that I've seen. And really, I thought it was really messed up that corporations were doing that anyways, because at the end of the day, corporations don't give a shit about you. I don't care if it's what cause they claim that they're trying to, be visible with. Corporations, okay, especially like, this is what I noticed with Pride Month. Or any time that a corporation tries to align itself with a cause, they see money signs. They see dollar signs. They don't care about the cause. They don't care about you. They want to get your attention so you'll spend money with them. That's all it is. They don't give a shit. Really, they don't. But anyways, Pride Month, it's obviously offensive to the far-right conservative Christians, because I see it all the time on X, platforms like that, where not only do they say that if it wasn't for straight people, there wouldn't be gay people. They also try to minimize Pride Month by calling it, well, something like, well, we're going to celebrate Nuclear Family Month or whatever the hell it is, or whatever cockamamie thing that they want to try to downplay it with. But not only that, it seems to be really divisive in the LGBTQ plus community, because there are a lot of gay people, lesbian people, and trans people who are backing away. They want the L, the B, and the G's separate from the T, whatever, the rest of it. And I don't blame them. The majority of the gays and lesbians and bi people that I know, they just want to be left alone. They want to love and be married to whoever they want to be married to and just live their lives. They don't want to be hassled by religious folks or people who don't agree with the fact that they can get married or have relationships and whatnot. It's just, I've been watching a lot of gay and trans creators, and they feel that the really outspoken portion of the trans community has kind of hijacked the entire community. And at the end of the day, the vast majority of them don't want that kind of attention. That's not why they're doing it. So, for this particular reason, I don't feel that Pride Month should be an entire month, because all you're going to get is an entire month of arguing back and forth who's right and who's wrong. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't. Anything that is celebrated should be celebrated for all the good things. So yeah, the left wants to include children into this, and I have a problem with it, especially when it comes to children being exposed to adults that aren't fully clothed. I've seen this in pride parades and stuff like that. And what their reasoning is, they're trying to get children exposed to, the LGBTQ plus community. The thing is, they don't really need to be exposed in that manner. There was a lot of teachers that said, well, we want to try to instill in them respect towards, them people. And my thought is, there are other ways. Can't you just say, look, respect everybody, even if they're different than you? Like, it should be just that simple. We shouldn't have drag queen story hour. That doesn't make any sense either. I've seen a lot of drag queens that have come out and said, what are you doing? Why are you reading to children? That just looks creepy. There were, I watched a video, I don't remember if it was from Buck Angel or the other gay black dude that I watch. For some reason I can't remember his name, but I love his videos. They were dressing up kids that weren't necessarily trans to be like the opposite sex, and they had grown adults throwing money at them like they were strippers or burlesque women, and it was just mind-blowingly disgusting. Like, that kind of behavior doesn't belong around children. I mean, would you take your children to a strip club? No, you wouldn't. Um, I know strippers that don't take their children to strip clubs, even if they couldn't find a babysitter. I mean, that's probably the only reason why they would take their kids to a strip club, but I digress. Anyway, it's just become really divisive, and I don't know where I can fully go with this, because I'm not trying to come off as being a bigot, because I'm not, because generally, I accept all people for who they are. I just don't think there's anything in this life that should be celebrated for an entire month, including, the LGBTQ Pride Month thing. Shouldn't be a thing. Just like I have a grievance with Christmas starting in November. It seems like you can't even have Thanksgiving without November, or without Christmas taking over November all the way into early January. No one wants that shit. Christmas is for the month of December, but yeah. This world is just a big dumpster fire that is getting more and more out of control every year. Someone's always antagonizing a group, and it happens on both sides. I don't care if you're a conservative or a liberal. I just wish that we could all get along as a society, but it doesn't look like that's ever going to happen. There's always going to be a group of people that hate another group of people, and it's just really sad. We have enough problems in this world without all the hate at the end of the day. Let me see. There was something else. Yeah, the when it comes to Pride Month, okay, I've covered the gays, the lesbians, and the bisexuals wanting to separate from the group. In Canada, they've started adding to the LGBTQ plus alphabet by adding in shit, how does that go again? It's indigenous murdered and missing women and two-spirit people. Like that, none of that has to do with who you love or who you're attracted to. Just like the trans community and asexual, which some, the QIAA plus, the asexual, they're trying to fit polyamory into that. And I was in a polyamorous relationship at one point in my life. But now all of a sudden, I would be part of this community. No, I don't want to be a part of the community. I want to be left alone, just like everybody else does. Everybody has to be put in a group, and I'm tired of it. I really am. It's fucking stupid at this point. Because once you're part of a group, there's always somebody out there who is trying to say something bad about your group, or they don't agree with this, or whatever. It's just all, you know what? Everything's just fucking stupid. Everything. Alright. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the whole matter. Take with it what you will. I'm not here to pander to anybody. These are just my thoughts. I don't have any bad thoughts or feelings towards anybody who isn't some kind of degenerate within that community, because there are a series of degenerates within the community. As a matter of fact, there's a group called Gays Against Groomers. You can look them up They have a Twitter page and they have a YouTube page. Um, but yeah, you know, I never thought I would see the day where, uh, you know, a community like that would want to separate because of degeneracy or being too vocal, being too out there. You know, the vast majority of the gay people, and you know, and the vast majority of the people I know within that community just want to be left alone. You know, they want to just go about their lives and do them. You know. Anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Everything is stupid. Y'all have a good day.